There was a story that raged in the media in Ireland. This was in June, and this concerned mass graves found near a home for mothers and children run by a group of nuns. There were supposedly 800 bodies there. It ended up being a hoax. How did this thing get such traction? Bill Donahue.
Well, first of all, you had a local historian who said, well, there's 800 children. We can't find their graves. Well, hello, between 1925 and 1961, most of those children were, in fact, buried in unmarked graves. That was commonplace in Ireland. To assume that I can't account for the 800, therefore they're in a mass grave in a septic tank, is one heck of a leap. Now, when you have Martin Sixsmith behind it, of Philomena fame, and you got some other anti-Catholics working there, and of course, it's the nuns, isn't it? It's always the nuns in Ireland who are out there brutalizing people. Look, I read the McLeese report about the Magdalene laundries. There was almost none of the stuff that you've here commented by Sixsmith and others is true. I looked in vain to read where all these reports of these horror stories and torture about these women and sexual abuse. There wasn't one woman in all the years there that was sexually abused. How do we know that? Well, the McLeese report is the most definitive document on it. And you know, when then you get the whole situation here with Galway, with the mass hoax, it's always of the same piece. The idea is that the Catholic Church basically doesn't believe in humanity. We're the ones out there persecuting them, and we allowed this to take place. We're not talking here about some exaggerations. We're talking about out-and-out lies. The one guy involved in the mass hoax thing, his name is Brian Sweeney, he said we can account for maybe 15 to 20 skeletons that we found in a grave. That's a pretty big difference between 800. And, of course, the media in this country wanted beating the drum beats again. A lot of this was driven by bigotry. I spent an awful lot of time on it myself. And once it was debunked, look how quickly it moved away. But the people at Irish Central, who are strongly pro-Irish, and they're not exactly friends of Catholics, they helped to fan the flames in this country. Shame on them.